All right, looks like everything's working correctly. A little blip there at the beginning. I had to shut off the stream and turn the stream back on, but we got it fixed up, so all good. Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome in. I am your host, Tahoe Anime. Still feels weird, still seems weird. I don't mind introducing myself at the beginning, but I don't know, I can figure it out still. I don't know if I just go into whatever it is I'm working on, or I don't know. Anyways, hello, we're here working on stuff today. We've got some flyers to play and build. Maybe a poster that I want to try to put together. Trying to figure some of that out. So yeah, that's kind of the plan today. May rummage around in the good old Canva for a little while. Putting together maybe some mock-ups here. And then depending on if they need more or less, they should be okay if we just put them in here. But depending, if I need to switch over to Illustrator or something like that, we can do that as well. So kind of the idea, kind of the backup plans and playing with things. What we got going on. So we've got this Dreamer sat down, what was it, last week? Last week, and put together this mock-up of an idea that she was kind of thinking of for the flyers. So today we're going to play with this idea and see if we can really get it polished up and looking really good and get ready to get printed and stuff like that. So that is the first task at hand here. So yeah. Okay. Make sure everything else is set up here. I got early juice today, so. Okay, so this is on This is designed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, which is fine. But I would rather get 2 out of 1 sheet. So we're gonna need to make things a little bit bigger so we can get a 2-for-1 out of it. We're gonna keep this sample and then we're gonna play with this one. The backdrop? No, it's not. No, it does have danger zones on it. Interesting. I think I want to... I want to drop a background on this. Oh, I know. This is me playing with the what you've got. I'm just seeing what I can come up with. That's all it is. So the opposite of green is a reddish pinkish tone, so trying to see if we do something like this, if it makes that green pop a little bit better, really stand out. Like this. Let's see. Question is, did you grab this from the new ones or from the old ones?
Probably the old ones.
Probably the old ones, okay.
I tried to get rid of the gray because I didn't like the gray.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna say it here. The Dreamer put together this mock-up for me of what she was thinking for these flyers, and she's just like, "Oh yeah, go ahead and do your thing." And so I started doing the thing. She's like, "Oh no." They're taking away all the cute stuff. Now I want to make sure that we get the important stuff nice and big. At the moment.
Can you make the July 25th the same color as the book launch?
Yeah, we can do that. I'm just moving stuff around, trying to get a feel for, because I do want the book nice and big in there, and I want to change out these stitches because they don't work. They're squared, and none of my stitches are squared. It's not that I don't like them, it's that there's a certain style that they need to be in.
Why did it do that?
Does that sometimes? Probably because there's one underneath it and it's trying to clip to it, and it's doing that right. There we go. I got you, babe.
Green then.
Yeah. We'll get them all figured out. No, I don't mind this being black. That's fine at the moment if we want that. The loud things. They look loud. So I want to make this bigger, but shorter. You got it way too fast? Are you checking on my work? What's wrong?
They're too big.
What are too big? His hands are bigger because he's...
No, but that looks better. It just looked like it was coming out of nothing. That's all.
What? Coming out of nothing.
Todo flexi con mi chica, dando vueltas pica pica. Estoy usando la varita, mientras todo dinamita. Wow. Todo flexi con mi chica, dando vueltas pica pica. Estoy usando la varita, mientras todo dinamita. Sueño más de lo que debo, despego, quemo eso, subo al cielo.
So now we got a lot of weight on that, but we got some other things that are happening over here too, so maybe it's okay.
Subir para no bajar, con cara de póker grabando el track, soltarme unas barras y poco más, sin imaginar lo que podría pasar. Siempre sonrío con los ojos cerrados, bebo batido en la escalera sentado. Hermano, ¿por qué andas preocupado? Pensando en las cosas que aún no te han pasado. ¿Qué pasó, mi pana? Estoy matando monstruos con las hawaianas, volando en posiciones raras, el peso de mi alma en una tana. Todo flexi con mi chica, dando vueltas pica pica. Estoy usando la varita, mientras todo
Why is it?
dinamita.
Because it's a type of font.
Flexi con mi chica,
Oh, it's a type of font that pushes it to the top.
That's just what it does.
Espa?
No, click on
mientras todo dinamita. Los sueños se derriten por aquí, es así. Veo la vida como Dalí, yo soy quien soy, yo no pienso.
But it should put it in the center. I know.
Aunque busques el significado del amor en Google, tú dime que me quieres,
Red,
pero no lo
round, this is the
jures.
back
Yo
of
sigo
it.
como Goku, yo sigo en mi nube, regando las plantitas empezando el lunes. Mi vida es una jam, yo no trazo un plan, lo que tenga que venir vendrá. Yo soy de verdad, yo piso la tierra, tú solo pisas pasos de cebra. ¿A
Yeah,
qué
I see that.
esperas? Abre una ventana nueva, súbete al tejado, tumba las antenas, respira bien hondo, puedes ser quien quieras, escúchate por dentro a ver qué suena.
I don't trust the boxes, so I end up having to go back and make my own. Because they just don't normally work. Then I can put them wherever I want, in the boxes that I want. And if I want to change like these rounded corners, make them, you know what I mean? I have way more capabilities then.
I guess we could always have more information
Back up. Yeah, I'll figure out some place to put. I can't even put it at the top or something like that. Something small. I just want to make sure that.
Make sure you agree with these things. I thought that's what we would do.
No, those are good. Those are the things we had talked about, so. Hey, baby, go brush your teeth. Hey. Can I tell that thing to go? I don't want that. That is centered though. Bye.
Good luck.
Have a good day.
Thank you. You.
It's getting there. You just like it because it has all your favorite colors in it. Bye. Well, hello, sir. Very fun poster / notice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, trying to do, as we move closer and closer to getting book 3 launched on July 22nd. Not 25th. 25th is when we're actually having our event here. Start making like little flyers to be able to give to the local bookstore that we're going to be at, doing our author signing, putting together some other promotional materials, maybe a poster of some sort to have as well. So trying to get some of that stuff played with, figured out. So hopefully we can start spreading the word a little bit more. I think that's probably the hardest part, is like doing the things, putting together the books, writing, illustrating, like all of that stuff. The production part of all of this is super easy. You know that, like doing the artwork, doing the creative part of that's great. Selling your work is the hard part. Trying to get not necessarily people to like it, but getting it into the places where people can actually see it. I don't think it's about whether or not people like it or not, because that's, you'll find an audience somewhere. It's just about whether or not you can get it to the eyeballs to be able to actually see it. And that's the hard part. Like sometimes it's a skill issue. Sometimes it's hard trying to figure it out. And yes, lol, marketing hurts. Yes, marketing hurts. Marketing is fun. So yeah, that's what I'm working on today. I'm playing with the things, trying to get the stuff figured out. Dreamer put together a very nice version of this. She's just like, these are the elements that I want, and then she handed it to me and be like, okay, go with this. I was like, it has all the dates and the times and the blah blah blah. So it's like, cool, I can take it from there and turn it into something fun and exciting, and add some extra elements in, like our second character here, Patch, and move around our information because we want things to make sure that they're nice and big and readable and stuff like that. So yeah, doing that kind of stuff. I do have to say, Mom, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get back to you about your message that you sent me about the request that you were looking for me to help you with some illustrations. I honestly, there was so much stuff going on this weekend that just that past week that I didn't have a response for you at the time, and I don't know honestly if I have time. Like, life is a real thing, it really is. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to be able to sit down, and it might be one of those things that if I do get a chance, for some free time where I'm not working on marketing things or something like that, I could possibly sit down, but I can't guarantee a time or whatever. Especially now that we're within, publishing does this weird thing where they're like, when you're within the 3-month period of your title releasing, you should be hustling and getting out there and talking to bookstores and book events and doing all kinds of stuff like that. So it was kind of those ones where I was like, I could probably work on some of the stuff for Mums in my off time if I get a chance, which I could possibly still do, as long as you don't have any, if you don't mind me taking some time for it. I don't know if you need it fast or not, but it has to be your focus. All good. I think that was what I was wrestling with, was being like, I needed to talk to you to see what your time frame looked like, and that would help me be able to make a decision whether or not I can peck at it little by little kind of thing and play with it, or if it was something where I needed to commit a day or two's focus to, and really, not, I was gonna say pound it out, but really push and get a thing. I got time. Okay. Is it a gift for the kiddos? Am I guessing correctly? Kind of a fun little thing for your D&D. I'm just guessing here. I sneaky suspicions. It'll go on the back of my encounter cards. Okay, yeah. I was just like, it has to go on something. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have more. I don't actually mind right now. I got some time. So yes, for the D&D. Okay, that's what I thought. Are you gonna put those on 3x5 cards, or are we talking like Pokemon card size, which I think is 2.5 by, no, it's business card, 2.5 by 3.5. And are you wanting both characters together? 3x2? Okay, yeah. That would be card size. Okay, so it's so if you're saying 3x2, that means it's horizontal. That's 3 wide by 2 high. Pretty sure that's how everything goes. Let me double check. Yeah, you always go the width first and then the height. Together, separate, all of the above. Gotcha. Okay, so it is horizontal. Sweet. Yeah, those are always like a lot of the questions I like to ask before. I even talked about it when your son wanted me to help him with his logo for his podcasts and stuff, which I'm really happy to see that it's doing really well. That Thunder's doing well on his stuff. Like size, time, you know, there's other design element things that come in slightly later, you know, stuff like that. But yeah. If you've got time and I can play and do stuff in my free spare creative times, then yeah, I don't mind slowly pecking at it. You just let me know if there gets to a point being like, Tahoe, I need these ASAP, or I need these in XYZ, or maybe even like think about it a little bit and give me an assumption, a based idea of what your time frame kind of looks like. Maybe that might help a little bit too. I need them by August. Gotcha. So I'd have all of June, July, and then August. May, June, July. It's just 2 characters. Are we doing full body? Or we're just kind of doing kind of fun. I can wing the encounters, but want the cards done before they head north. Before I head north. Gotcha. Yeah, we may have to do some little mock-ups or something like that. Get some idea, kind of dynamic positioning or whatever it is that. Because what I can do is I can draw I can put them together like individually together, and then we can like crop them together, kind of thing, on one if they need to be together on a card. That would be perfect. Okay, thought so. I did something similar. I just have to see if I can find it. Where would be a good place to find that? Oh, it's a bombshell. Do I have the sketches? I have the sketches. Yay. Okay, I have the 2. I'll pull this up real quick. That's on a TIF. Oh, well, let's see if this works. See if it gets angry or not. Oh, no, it's fine. This is one I had done for the podcast, the Bombshell Jacket podcast. This was years ago, so I think this is my loose sketch at the time. But I think my skills are better than this now, I would hope. I would hope and pray. A little bit better. Probably not too much, but a little bit better. this is kind of like in my head what I see what you're talking about. Not vertical, but horizontal, like you were saying. Maybe something with a little cutoff here. I remember that, yeah. Because this one started like this and then evolved into this one. Where we had all 4 characters on the setup. And this was just me digitally going through and doing basically what I do right now on the book illustrations, going in and vectorizing everything and putting all this. This is all done by hand too at the time, so. Something similar to this, probably, because this was very basic. I'm trying to decide if I want to draw it by hand on the iPad or something like that. I don't know. I gotta play with it and I'll see, but I'll get there. I'll figure it out. I'm always partial to the hand-drawn. I not that the digital stuff is bad, but I love sketches. They're just my favorite thing in the world. The line art, where you can see where, the pressure that the person put on the paper and stuff like that. Smudging my hand all across, dragging stuff all over the place. My favorite. I like it. I have that issue too. Well, it's funny because I've really gotten into building these characters for this book series and stuff like that. They've really given me more appreciation for this part of digital artwork, which I really appreciate, which is closer to logo design, which is simplistic design, simplistic shapes, trying not to make things too complicated. These little guys are just little roundies, little almond shapes essentially, which is really it hits my monkey brain and really, really well, which is cool. Little round eyes, like I said, basic concept shapes and stuff like that. Whereas drawing by hand and stuff, I can do way different hand motions and gestures to get things to go. But no, they're kind of similar. That old style of me doing people that way, I was okay with, but yeah, the hand-drawn stuff I just gravitated way more towards. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the thing, and you'd have to go back through some of the videos that I posted on YouTube and stuff like that. But when we were doing the printmaking stuff, Alex was asking me about how that was going last week. I love that black and white. I just love black and white in that way. I think that's why I love manga and stuff so much. Is because you can get, without having to have color, you can do a lot even just with black and white. It's really cool. So printmaking and manga really feel very similar to me in a very different way. I love the feel of paper. Yeah, it's something really cool. And I've made my own paper before and stuff like that. It's just a unique, I don't know. It's a tactile thing. He's cool. I can't do bold. Why does she always pick the weirdest fonts? Yep. Ugh, got the hiccups. Let's see. Let's change that to this. No. This. No. This. We'll make it bold by doing that. So even if a font does not have a bold, sometimes you can just add an effect and add a outline to it and make it bold, regardless if it wants to be bold or not. It's her job. It is her job. She's got to keep me on the straight and narrow. Let's do letter spacing. Let's space them just a little bit. She tries her best. I know she does. Let's see, where is their center? Put that just on that side. There we go. There we go. Not bad. Let's grab shapes, gradient circle. That one, not that one. Could do this amorphous blob ones. Let's do that one. Adjustment. Invert color. There we go. I was saying, I knew there's one that allows me to invert it here somewhere. Let's see. Let's center that. Center. Not bad. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Let's do a... Do you want to do a backdrop? That definitely messes it up. Curve, no. We're gonna have the fake one, which is fine. I want to drop shadow. There you go. Something like that. Do I want to... I think I want to swap sides. Go ahead and group those together. Let's group that together. Have you messed around in Canva at all, Mums? I haven't had the time yet. It's a good little program, and you don't have to download the, like, I'm running this off of their Mac application that they have, but it's a web-based, browser-based program. So that's all this is essentially like Firefox. They have their own like Firefox or Chrome, and it runs their stuff on it. But you can do it in any of those browsers just by itself. It's super easy. I would say it's good for, and especially the free version. So it does give you lots of capabilities. I'm running on the free version. I have not paid for the pro version of this at all. And I mean, you can see like all of the different pieces that I can manipulate and change around. I have all this clip art that I can use, these little splashes and stars and dots and things like that, and fonts. So it's really good for putting together some production stuff, especially like for smaller end creators like us. And it's really good for like templating stuff out too. So yeah, it's a good one. Like, don't be scared. Like, this is a good one to go play in. I don't recommend the phone app. Like, you can do certain things on it, which is nice. But I prefer to use the computer version of it, because I just have more ability to move things around quicker and faster and do things that way. So, not to mention I've got big fat fingers, so I tend to screw things up on the phone way more than I do using the computer. So. I'll use my lappy. Lol. It does have, I'm not recommending this, but it does have some generation, like AI generation features and stuff like that. I have played with a little bit of it, but it's okay. It's not like my favorite or great, or I don't see myself using it for much, and I haven't. But for like experimentation wise, it's like AI type. No, like, so you can generate, it shows like images, graphics, videos, code, music. Like, it's supposedly supposed to be able to use a bunch of this stuff. The graphics one seems interesting, because if I was going to, if I wanted some type of like clip art that they didn't have, that might be useful. But the other stuff, I don't know, kind of funky dory. There's some, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. It'd be interesting if they had fonts that you could generate. Maybe that would be interesting. I don't know. Really did. Yeah, it would be interesting. The certain, so Canva's one of those interesting ones. So if I pick, let's do this metal one that I did. Here's you can look at the graphics, photos, 3D, video. So supposedly these are all created by users or whatever, and so you can actually like create your own graphic designs and then have them be on Canva, and depending on if people use them on the free version, you might get some money from it. Otherwise, if it's for the paid versions, like these ones with the little yeah, see this: to use this premium image, upgrade to Canva Business or pay $1 plus tax for a pro content license. So you can actually license pieces of the graphics that are in here if you want to, or you can subscribe to their monthly and then you have access to all of them, kind of things. But if they have this type of library and they're using it with approval from the artists that are creating them, and it's generating stuff based off of their own library of clip art and stuff like that, that would be interesting. I feel like it's broader than that, but that's where the ethical part comes in and be like, if they're just jacking stuff from on the internet from other people, that would be not so good. But I've seen even people that that subscribe to Canva Pro, and they will actually create, even before the AI stuff started popping up into these programs, they would create their book covers on Canva and get them printed and use them. So like, it has the potential to do a lot of different things and be really cool. Yeah. So as a tool. Something to figure out, something to look at. Like I said, always worth playing. I need this. This. When we finish school, I will check it out. Awesome. Yeah. No worries. Like I said, just something fun, another resource to be able to play with for all kinds of things. I know, you gotta keep those kids on the straight and narrow. I know Renegade has some wild children. Just like their grandma. Wild to the core. And don't tell me no. Okay, no. She said lol. Lols, indeed. But that's always a good thing. When grandmas take responsibility and just like, yeah, no, I was crazy as hell. It's like, that's always the good stuff. That's the funny stuff. I get my grandmother to admit that stuff all the time. She's like, why are you this way? It's like, it's your fault. And she goes, oh yeah, I forgot. Like, yeah, you're a bad influence on me. I'm joking. So true. I own it. That's good things. All right, so we're about 30 seconds out from our ad coming up. So let me check. Let's swap over. Let's pause what we're working on here. We'll see if our assistant is out in the wild here, where she's hanging out. Oh, there she is. And we'll check in on her. We'll hang out with her for the 3 minutes of the break here, and then we'll come back after I get done paying the bills. I'm pretending like I'm paying the bills. I'm not paying the bills. Grabbing something to drink, and then we'll keep going. We'll see if I can get this flyer kind of wrapped up here and see what else I can figure out. So stick around. I'll be right back. Alright. I have returned. Our ads have subsided. So I love how it always looks like she knows we're watching her. Like she knows, even as that side eye, I've been like, stop looking at me. Oh. I need to go clean that window. It's a little dirty. Also doesn't help that Sora rubs up against it, so. Nosy, look, side eye, she knows. Wolf dog. Those are the weirdest yawns I've ever seen her do. Like she cut off 2 yawns in a weird way. Sora is 9 years old now. She's getting to be... I am hesitant to say an old lady, but in dog years, she's getting there. She's getting to be the old lady, so... They're starting to slow down a little bit on walks. Not a lot, but she'll get those, like, she'll get the puppy trot, and then she'll go, oh, I gotta slow down, take a breath. And then she'll go back to puppy trots. She is all grown up, you know. Big cuddle muffin. She's basically a big cat, is what she is. A big cat that loves to go on walks. I guess Patch was a little cat that wanted to be a big dog to go on walks. So those two, they were funny. Good times. Alright, back to our flyer here. Let's actually look at it smaller. Yeah, it definitely pops way more like that. Well, nothing wrong with Dreamer's design here, but that was way too small. This definitely has way more personality. Cool. Now it should just be down to little fine details. Let's grab this big guy here. Let's duplicate that one. We'll make it smaller. Turn it a little bit so it feels different. Down here. Sometimes it's about like filling in some spaces. I don't mind the overlap of our book and our stitches here, but the overlap of like this little splash and the stars and stuff like that felt a little too much. Artist noise, yeah. I always have a problem where if I see like empty space or even when our image and stuff was very like unbalanced for a minute there, I start to not necessarily panic, but I can feel it in my head. I'm like, okay, it's off. It needs to be readjusted. Something needs to be, you know, like messed with and played with and stuff like that. So I think this feels better. Still having a problem. This is way bigger than that is, but that's okay-ish. There we go. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it was just a hair bit too big. The only other thing that a lot of flyers do is they put a picture of the author on there. Do I want to do that is the question. Let me go find my photo. Do, 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 do. Do I want to do that on there? Use the one with the hat and shades. Lol. I think I have one somewhere. I think I know which one you're talking about too. It was a funny one. I'd have to find it though. I don't remember where I put it. It was at one of our other book events from last year. That was... that was actually at the book fest. I think is one I'm thinking of. I know you're joking with me, but I'm just like, good work. Good. Never know. Yeah, I'd have to go wrestle around and find it. Put that handsome man on there instead. I try really, really hard not to put myself on things. The hard part is like, I know it's a good thing to have on there. It shows your connection to the piece and stuff like that. I always see myself outside of that. Like I'm the creator, however you want to dice it, the person that put it all together kind of thing. But the book and the experience that you have with it is devoid of my face. Like I'm just the person in the background, pulling the strings, the cast, the crew, all the stuff that happens behind where people normally see it. So to put my face at the front of everything is always kind of weird. I don't know. I haven't quite figured that one out yet. It's a weird experience. I hear you, yeah. Well, the funny part is like the sentiment that I get even from the other book people that I go to my monthly, author meetings and stuff for is the commonly held thing that people say is, I want to create and write from my basement, no pun intended, mums. Do all this creation and stuff like that, and then just get it out to the world, and people can do with it as they will. But like the idea of sequestering ourselves away in our little worlds is kind of very common. So no pun intended. It wasn't a jest at you. Okay, kind of was, just a little bit. It was done with love. It's okay. Did that. Have to do this the old-fashioned way. You have to ask Renegade and see if she feels the same way. If she enjoys doing the marketing and the playing online kind of stuff, or if she had the possibility of just writing books in, you know, a hovel or hole or studio of some sort, away from all human presence, if that would suffice for her, if that would creating in darkness. No, she's like us. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. When I first started like putting together book one, that was the whole process, right? I hadn't started a whole bunch. Started doing stuff on social media, but I hadn't done anything in person, and I was fortunate enough to be able to do, our local library system had an author fest. It was the first one they ever did, and I saw it, and there was plenty of time in front of it. I applied for it and got to go do it. But like that whole year before that, I lived in, on my computer, just building things, working on graphics, like I said, totally sequestered away, just off in my own little world, making all of the things. And once I did that event and realized that's kind of where you need to go when you start getting into, I don't say kind of go, but like you realize the importance of that social interaction thing, that setting up a booth and interacting with people that come by and talk to you, and conversing and stuff like that. Like, you understand the importance of that, which is really, really cool. And I know, like, for me, that first event was kind of a milestone, being like, I was able to get through it, and even though I was nervous about it, and I didn't sell very many books, which is, I think that was the big thing. Like, I wasn't worried about selling a ton of books. I was there for the experience. I was there for the learning and connection. Like, I connected with some of the other authors and was able to figure some stuff out and find some more meetings and stuff that I could go to. So like invaluable in a different way, which is really, really cool. But yeah, that it helped me, as soon as I took the expectation of like having to like sell out or do something crazy like that, then it made it a little bit easier. It was just like, okay, now I can focus on the things that I want to get out of this experience, rather than just having to worry about, all the other things. And, very fortunate that I was able to do that. I don't, which is kind of cool. So, but it's not always for everybody. And it does have kind of a steep learning curve, and you do have to throw yourself out there. And, I've written letters, actual like email letters to other bookstores in the town that I live, and gotten letters back being like, yeah, we really love it, or no, we really don't have the space for it, and stuff like that. So it's like, part of it I know is people get nervous about rejection and stuff like that, but that's okay. Like we were talking about before, you want to find the places where there are eyeballs to be able to see what you've created and put out there. And Because you never know when somebody's going to walk by and be like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's kind of perfect, right where, you know, it hits me right in the spot that I really enjoy, kind of thing. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep plugging away at this stuff and having fun at it. Trying to have fun at it. Go from there. That's what matters. Yeah. Okay, I think this is pretty good. We've got a little heavy weight on this right-hand side. I'd love to put something over on this left to rebalance it out, even though we've got double greens over here, we've got double whites. This is balanced across because we split that in the middle. This picture is the only, because when we put patch over here with the book where we offset it, that kind of balanced each other out. This is the only thing throwing it off just a hair, I feel. Let's make it smaller and see. This is always my litmus test, is if I shrink it down small, can I still read? Okay, it still says book launch, July 25th. 1 to 3 is a little meh. It says author signing there. We can read the Stitch Tales. Located Thistle Nightshade. So like we can still see the main bulk of the important information. So that's our hook piece of that, is being like, oh, what is that? You know, we can see our characters and stuff, and then as people get closer, then they can start picking up on some of the other information that's on there. Kind of the idea. I gotta scoot, catch you later. All right, thanks, mums. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. I will be back on Friday for more work on all this kind of stuff. So, yeah. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Tell the family I said hi. See you around. I will. You too. I will. I'll let them know you said hi. Tell them Alex said hi too. There we go. I got that straightened out. Feels better. Oh, Alex. I have questions for you. I saw that you have been playing, and I didn't get to ask you this last night because we kept talking over it, so I felt so bad. We were just rambling. You've been playing NTE. What do you think? How do you feel about that game? Interesting? Cool? Weird? Terrible? Have you been playing the mobile version? Because it should be out on... I think they even have a Mac version that I can play, I believe. But I need your first impressions of that game. NTE. Never. Shit, I don't know what the other two words are. Never the ever? I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. NTE. Oops. Again, I was talking to parts. Neverness to Everness. I saw you've been playing it. I need your review. That's the shortened version. Also, tell Parts I said hi. You know what I'm gonna do? I have an idea. I forgot where I saw this. This one. Oh, it's gonna do the whole. Do the whole page. That sucks. Haven't played enough to have an opinion yet. Good so far, though. Okay, cool. I expect a full review from you at some point. Meet and greet with the author, yes. Well, we already... No, that's fine. Okay, so the only problem I have with this design so far is this block of information here. My eyes is just blurring all together, so it's not very distinct and separated. I'm not reading. My attention span is dying after the first one, so I need to figure out a different way to do it. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want to try. I do like that it actually has reason to play and not trying to draw you in with only lewd characters like Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, I kind of wanted Zenless Zone Zero to feel better. I wanted that one to work a little bit better, but it just... The controls, the way it does, is kind of meh. Like you said, it felt too much of like a gotcha than I wanted, and I don't mind gotcha systems if they're done right, but if they're just constantly slapping you with too much of it, then it's just like meh. The map is a combo of San Fran and Tokyo. That's cool. There's another one that had come out. I can't remember the name of it. It's a more tech-based where you build bases and stuff like that. It's on PC and PlayStation, but it hasn't come to Xbox yet. I can't remember the name of it. Shoot, it's right on the tip of my tongue too. This game feels like how I wanted Zenless Zone Zero to play. Oh, you've piqued my interest now again. I'm trying to remember the name of that other game. I could guess there's another Gooner game essentially, but that one interested me. I like the tech future. What do they call it? Kind of like techwear clothing style. Like that's the vibe of that other game. And I think if it would have dropped on Mac or and not just be a mobile, but actually have a client for being on Mac or on Xbox, I probably would have played that. But I'm pretty sure NTE is supposed to be on. I think it said it's supposed to be on. Yes, okay. Played natively on Apple Silicon Macs M1 or later. Okay. Yeah, I thought so. I think I can get that from the App Store. Wasn't Honkai Star Rail. That was before. Shoot, I can't remember what the name of that other game was. Still. No, it wasn't Third Impact. Oh, Arkfield and Knight. That's what it was. Arc Knight's Enfield, my bad. That's what it was. I don't follow Gacha much. It's a shock I'm even playing this one. Well, that's the thing, like, that game has been on, like, the tip of... Wasn't that one supposed to be, like, the GTA of anime games? That's the whole bit of that people, like, got into. They're like, oh, okay. GTA, but with, you know, anime stylings like that. No, Arc Knight Enfield, that one was the one I was interested in. Yeah, they don't have... It's only on PlayStation and PC. Yeah, I don't want to play it on iPad. Ugh. Anyways, yeah. Anata will take the role of GTA. Okay, okay. So I thought NTE was renamed again because Anata was named something else before and then it got changed to that. I was like, did they have another name change? That's the one I was thinking of, is Anata. No. Ananta? Yeah, we gotta separate the syllables here. And then non-ta. Take the role of GTA anyway. Yeah. I wonder if I stagger these, if it'll break it up. Another was called Project Mugen for a while. NTE hit announced sometimes after that. Okay, that's where I got confused because they had gone from Mugen to Anata, And then NTE announced, and I was like, oh shit, they changed the name again. I think that's where, because of that first name change, it threw me off. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Not my fault. Not quite doing what I want it to do. Sucks. Yeah, that didn't help. Dang. Hoping it would, but it did not. We might have to try a different color scheme. Let's do all these selected. Take, remove the effect. This way it makes this nice and easy. Let's just go take the effect off of this one too. It just doesn't work. Let's go here. But we'll make it darker. I love how Dreamer put this together and she's giving away free stickers and bookmarks with every book purchase too. She's giving away all of our goodies. How dare she? Those are our money-making items. She's giving them away for free. Okay. Better. At least we've broken it up so we can see each stopping point here. We might need to go to the green colors, what we might need to do, because we already have that in the back. What color is that? Okay. better, but we need to go through. We'd have to thicken those up or give them some type of effect to make them stand out. Do a drop shadow on them. See, offset. Let's offset them a bunch more. Blur a little bit. That didn't work. Don't like the neon, even though it's not horrible. Maybe we can tone it down a little bit. No. No. I mean, I could do that. Outline's fine too, because at least it swaps the two. It's just not super readable. Which one did you? I did this one. It's kind of ugly. Yeah, this is gonna change up the whole thing. I can put it in a box. Big box. Kind of hoping to avoid part of that, but that's okay, I guess. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not the best thing in the world, though, either. I think Dreamer said we could put information on the back. I'm like, I don't want people to like flip back and forth. You kind of want to just get them with the opening salvo here. So far, my only issue with NT is that there's a ton of useless dialogue. Oh, interesting. Like cutscene stuff, or just people saying things at random, just in places, like running by and somebody's just like, you're like, what? Cutscenes? That's what Zenless Zone Zero felt like at the beginning. It felt like, and which I don't know, the storytelling, how they did those cutscenes in Zenless Zone Zero was, I think what the deal is I want to feel a story that makes me feel impactful. I don't want just gotcha mechanic feel kind of things. I don't want just going through the motions. I think if I'm going to play an anime game of some sort, like, I want it to feel kind of like a series does. Like, I want it to have meaning and some kind of draw to it, not just... It always feels like the story is secondary to the mechanics and stuff that they're putting into the game. It's more... they feel like a technical feat rather than an actual... a story that you want to connect with. Like right now, I'm doing a mainline quest that should have been a side story. I feel that, yeah. Well, and we've had similar feelings about even Destiny and stuff like that, is that we want meat and bones. We don't want just, that's why the loot and everything feels so stale, is because they're throwing just shit at us, being like, oh, this will help them, this will make them. It's just like, no, like, if it doesn't have any meaning, it doesn't mean anything. Like, I'm not gonna keep going after nothingness if it's giving me nothing in the first place. I feel like when you get into an open world game, and I felt this when the open worlds popped up in the Halo games, it just kind of feels empty, right? It doesn't feel like it has any type of grounding or connection. And like, yeah, you can go do whatever you want, whoop-de-doo. Like, GTA wasn't great because you could, I guess GTA was awesome because of the same reason why Halo Forge is awesome, is that you could build and put together your own stuff in that way. You basically could build your own story or games and play and have fun and stuff like that, which is fine if you let people have the reins. In a lot of these open world, like, they give you the world, but you can't do jack and shit in it. It's not actually yours to do things with in a lot of ways. So you're stuck in a snow globe and you're just waiting for somebody else to come along and shake it up, and then it's exciting again, and then it fizzles out. That's Far Cry in a nutshell. I will say the combat and exploration are phenomenal. That's cool. Yeah, but how long can combat and exploration hold you? I think that's the question that a lot of people don't ask. Is like, oh, it's really good, and be like, yeah, but like, even with Marathon, like, it's really pretty, it's really cool, but how long is it going to hold you? I think people gravitated towards like the Master Chief and stuff like that because the same thing that they talk about in all their Vidocs, like, you pictured yourself in his space because you never got to see his face and everything like that. Like, you were the Chief experiencing things through his eyes. And when we get to like Destiny, then you get to build yourself in that. You get to customize and whatever. Like that's you. It's close-ish to what that original, looking through the chief size idea, but with more customization option to make it your own in a lot of ways. A lot of the games and stuff like that, like they can give you, cosmetics and give you all the whatever in the world, but if you're just playing as an avatar, then there's a disconnect. Like Marathon was fun, but I did not feel connected to that. Like that was not my character, whatever like that. And based off of the premise of the game, I was not supposed to get connected to that character because that character is going to die over and over and over again. It's like, okay, well, why would I care? If death is the driving force, why would I care? For a bit, there's secret boss to fight, and it seems like stuff will be updated every month. Bosses multiple, gotcha. Well, and I think some of that is valid. Like there are some games that are super technical in their application of mechanics and things like that, puzzles, whatever it is, that you're just like, holy shit, if they keep doing stuff at this level, I will play this for a long time. Which is really, really cool. But it has to be built around that idea, that technical, prowess in a lot of ways. I think I was kind of excited when we got to do the Matter Spark thing because it was like, oh, a different form of puzzle solving could come out of this. And then poof, it was gone. I was like, oh. Okay. I guess that was a thing. Now, I don't think this will be a game I'll dedicate myself as a replacement of something else, but I do enjoy playing it. Yeah, I think that's where it's interesting what Bungie did, where they committed, they had an idea of a 10-year game, right? And telling story over that 10-year period. And they found an audience for that. But most games, like you said, are little, they are not side stories, but it's rare that a game like Destiny finds success for a 10-year period. Like that, it's crazy for them to have developed a story that lasted over that long and deliver on it. It's kind of crazy. Yes, ups and downs, but straight deliver on that 10-year promise in a way. And have everybody be connected and invested in it in the way that they did. Because most games, like you said, there are also a ton of mini games like Side Jobs Delivery. They just have like Shop Tycoon, etc. Yeah, there's something to do and play and stuff like that, but they're almost like temporary in certain ways. And maybe that's our fault. I know it's partially my fault for wanting something substantial in a world that knows how to make snacks really, really well. You know what I mean? Like I want a meal. I want a great hearty meal. But right now everything is just like, oh, but these snacks. And it's like, oh, these snacks are really, really great. The little tiny, style stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, snacks are great, but I need something to bite my teeth into. Detective delivered a 10-year story, but that box it was delivered in was crumpled beyond repair when it got to the door. At the beginning or at the end? Maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, that's a production thing, though. At the end? Yeah, well, I mean, if you're kicking a box down the street for 10 years, it's going to be crumpled and fucked up by the time you get to the end. The fact that it's still a box after 10 years, I think that is the testament, and that it was still enough that they could open it up and finish off that series. I wish with Final Shape that they, like I said, they would have just ended that there and be like, no, this is the end of your 10-year saga. Destiny 2, will continue to do the things that it's, like having the, I don't want to say freeze frame, but we're not going to add anything else new. We're not going to dismantle anything. It's just going to, that'll be the end of that 10-year saga kind of thing. Maybe if they wanted to bring back some of the OG content, maybe, but yeah, like them turning around and being like, we're going to continue and go on to this, we're done with the light and dark saga. Now we're going to go beyond. It's like, no, if you're going to go beyond, it's got to be a whole different game. I doubt they had any idea how to end it till about 10 months before Final Shape, and even then, that's a stretch. That depends. I don't believe Bungie knows how to tell a story anymore. No, most of their long-term thinker storytellers are gone, I would say. It's a very interesting, I'm on that same scale with my book series right now, is I'm thinking really far out, but that means I also have to commit to that far out, which is a scary prospect, right? Like that's no joke to think of that. I run into this every single year where I'm just like, do I need to stop? Do I need to go get a job? Do I need to help support my family in weird ways? And we always figure out a way to make it all work and manage and stuff like that. And still, like, I'm still supporting the family and stuff by, dropping off for school, picking up for school. But a lot of that is starting to get less and less and less. So the dynamics are weird and changing and shifting constantly. So I get, I get the idea. They could dump money into it. Like, I have the ability because I'm fairly stable. Dreamer does a really good job at, bringing in the money for the family and the house and stuff like that. And we manage our money very, very well here. That I'm comfortable to be able to continue to work on the stuff I need to do the way I'm doing it right now. But that's only thanks to that stability. And as we've seen, game industry, not very stable. So it makes sense that short-term gains over long-term investment makes sense. And it sucks. It really sucks because we can feel it. And I think that's the part that they don't get, is that we feel the shit out of it. And that's a healthy mindset to have. Just don't tell me you have 10 years of books and give me false expectations. That is fair. And that is something that I need to recognize part of that. And I need to figure out how to understand that. Because I am currently 3 books in, and I do have plans for more. But do I tell people that I am committed for more, I'm not saying to do more books, or do I just let those? I think that's where I always struggle, is if I tell people, like you said, there's going to be 10 years of books, does that make people more excited or make it more anxious? Like you said, false expectations. Roadmaps are only reasonably good when looking 6 months out. Beyond that, it's untrustworthy. Okay, fair point. Fair point. That makes sense. Okay. Something I gotta think about then. I do have more stories to tell. I looked at the bigger picture, so let me switch over to our live cam. You and I can keep talking because you're subscribed, so we'll check on our assistant out there. She's laying down. At least that's how I feel about it. No, but like, that's a valid concern. It's something that I've wrestled with back and forth. Is talking about the future, because I would love to go the distance with what I have in mind. whether or not financially that will allow me to, the world will allow me to do that, or, you know, even physically with my health and everything all, you never know. No, that is a valid concern, that a promise is made and not kept. Like, look at Elder Scrolls 6. That was announced 8 years ago and we haven't seen shit for it. Yeah. No, that makes sense. That is a lot similar to conversations that I have with Dreamer when I talk about this long term for myself. Some of the things I talked about with Mums early on too. If I could just sit in my basement or sit at my computer for the next half of my life, next part of my life, that whole time, and just be creative and create things, like, I could do that. I know I have the ability. I know I can do those things. I've proven to myself I've done it 3 times here now. So, like, the process is there. Everything else is the problem. Is the uncertainty. I don't have, yeah, that's the weird thing about being, if you're at the top, like Elder Scrolls, big company, all of that, you have the problem of time and money. And if you're at the bottom of the ladder, like I am, trying to fund everything myself, you also have the problem of time and money, but just in different amounts. Which is really why I don't like seasons in these games. I want actual DLCs. Somehow we get less content from seasons. Yeah, that makes sense. So what you're saying is I should institute a season pass for my books? I like this idea. Ooh, I should do an online digital store where people can go and buy assets that I could take away from them, and at some point. That was a really fast no that showed up. That's funny. That's funny. My camera was off here. Here we go. Seasons killed the Battlefield series for me. Yeah. Well, it almost feels like we're at a breaking point where something new needs to come out of all of these systems, or new systems need to be invented, because I think you've basically hit the nail on the head where people are kind of getting tired of the same old. We're ready for something fresh and new and exciting. I think that's probably what it comes down to. We have reached our final destination. All right, peoples. Well, I didn't quite get the design here all the way done. I'm still struggling with this list of words, sentences down over here about the actual event. I think if I can get that kind of wrapped up, then this flyer should be just about ready to go, kind of thing, which is nice. So we may have to work on some more of that Friday. I've got my social media post coming out tomorrow, which I also need to finish. Come on, Amazon, get your shit together so that I can get my photos for our pre-orders, which should be going live. But yeah, how big is the flyer going to be? So this was designed on an 8.5 by 11, but I think I'm gonna turn this and do 2 per page. So that's, let's see, that's 8.5 by 11, so that would be 8.5 by 5.5. This is where I can get two per page, little guys, kind of thing. Trying to be economical as I can, if I can. Technically, this could also work as the poster, technically. But yeah. You got anything else for me, Alex, before words of wisdom? Nah, go big. One flyer takes 2 whole pages. Okay, we're going 11 by 17. Alex has spoken. Fuck it, everybody gets a poster. Everybody gets a poster. We're doing it. We're just giving out free posters now. Sweet. That'll work out swimmingly. I'll let Dreamer know. She'll have to work it into our financial plans. See if it works out. She's already giving away all of our free stuff. Well, not our free stuff, but she's giving away the merch already. Stuff that we were supposed to be charging for, she's giving away for free. That'll be it for me for the day. Friday, I should be here for more artwork and stuff. I've got a couple, but I've got a lot to do. Essentially, my brain is fizzling because I've got a lot to do. We've got 2.5 months until the release of book number 3 on July 22nd. Please ignore, like I said, on this flyer, because that's when our event is on the 25th. The official release of book number 3 is on July 22nd. Lots more things for me to put together and get set up. We've got stickers we need to make so we can have to purchase at our event. We've got more business card things to get worked out. We've got signage and, like I said, posters and a bunch of other things, events that we have planned out for the year. We've already got two signed up so far, possibly 3. 2 definitely confirmed. One possibility. So, like I said, lots more things to work at, lots more things to get ready for and are on the way. So definitely stick around, come back, hang out, talk to me, tell me if I'm doing okay, if I'm doing shit, all those things. Give me car advice about, anything I need to know about servicing vehicles or whatever like that. Sage advice. Or you can also ask Weird Mr. Alex anything. So, because he's currently at work, so you might as well ask him work questions, because that makes sense, right? He's not getting paid to answer questions on here, but he can. So we'll see. We'll see if that throws him in a monkey wrench or not. But yeah, I will be back on Friday, and we'll keep going and doing stuff, and yeah, go from there. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday afternoon, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.